Well, many voters in northeast Nigeria are outraged after the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Attahiru Jega, said on Monday the voting in next month's general elections in the nation's northeast is in jeopardy due to the unstable security situation. He also says that the commission is working hard to significantly reduce the number of Nigerians that may be disenfranchised as a result of the insurgency. Here's more on what triggered their anger from our partner Channels TV in Lagos.
It was a brainstorming session as experts and activists gathered to discuss issues of exclusion and marginalization in politics. The chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission dropped the bombshell when he expressed doubt about elections holding in the Northeast next month.
A place like Borno State, unless something is done about those that have been displaced, even return for the governorship election may be very, very difficult, if not impossible, under the circumstances. You know, our laws require that to make a return, you have to meet certain, and because of the number of local governments that you can't access, so that's why we believe that we should give priority to these for now. To be realistic, we must say that it may be impossible to do elections everywhere, in every local government, in every constituency in those 3 states.
The chairman of the occasion and former Minister of External Affairs called for caution on the part of politicians who steal the nation's resources.
Our problems is not in terms of wealth, it's in terms of distribution of the wealth, the social distribution.
There's, however, hope for the internally displaced persons as INEC announced plans to ensure that displaced persons vote in the elections.
First and foremost, we know that there are many internally displaced persons in Nigeria for many, on many causes. But our focus is going to be on the northeast zone. And it will only be for internally displaced persons that are in the states.
The organizers of the event explained the reason behind the gathering, which is the first in its series.
It is a constructive medium for stakeholders in the process to interpret issues, events and policies, and thus facilitating the public's understanding of both domestic and international.
As the clock ticks towards the general elections next month, participants are optimistic that majority of eligible voters will perform their civic duties if INEC matches its words with action.
Well, for more perspective on Nigeria's security situation and upcoming elections, I'm joined by Sylvester Okere. He's an analyst on Nigerian issues and chairman of the Maryland Nigeria Sister State Executive Committee. Sylvester, welcome to Africa 54.
Always good to have you. Thank you.
So the situation in Nigeria doesn't seem to be getting better in the northeast part of that country. Elections are coming exactly a month from today. What do you make of the comments of the chairman of the Electoral Commission, and especially given that nothing has changed?
Yeah, I was just listening to him, but such threats, I don't like it, because we got to know that this is people's right to vote, and whatever provision we need to make for every individual and every vote to be counted, we have to make it. Take an instance. Recently, we had the World Economic Forum. Nigeria was able to provide security to make sure that the forum goes well. So is our focus on economy, which is good, or the people? Who are the people generating or to enjoy the economy? So I would challenge that in the sense that they have to make adequate provision to those areas, every local government, every constituency, that people should come out and vote. And this is my challenge in that if the ruling party doesn't do that, personally, it feels like, okay, this is an agenda to hurt the election.
Yeah. So what can realistically be done in this very volatile region of the country in order to make this a successful and peaceful exercise?
Security is number one. And the president coming out as a leader, giving people the courage to come out and vote.
So could it be like, for example, pouring military personnel there to man the areas where the voting is going to be done?
If that is needed, take account of what happened last week. France released 80,000 troops to look for 2 individuals. 80,000. So at least the police in the northern zone or 3 or 4 states in the area the president can release all of them. But I know we have enough resources to do that if we want to do it. So protecting the area, the regions, the village, everyone should have proper protection according to the rule of law, and make sure that every individual had the courage to come out and cast their vote.
You know, there are some people also saying perhaps the ruling party might be looking at this situation as an opportunity to at least disenfranchise some of those people so that there is no danger of losing some of the votes from there.
That was exactly the comment I was trying to make. Personally, I feel that way, that if the president or the ruling party doesn't come out, take this opportunity to prove to the world that, okay, we are working together, we have no hand in this, and we don't intend to frustrate the election, this is their moment to do what, provide the best security, just as they did during the World Economic Forum.
People are looking at this election, and this time for is it the second or third time Buhari is running. What are his chances at this time compared to the past?
Frank, I'm speaking on my personal opinion and also from the information I have gathered, you know, the circumstances surrounding that. Considering the Nigerian situation at this moment and what we have as option candidates, I think Buhari will make a good president. He has what it takes. He has the know-how. He has tested it before, and that's what we need. Security first. There is no commerce without security. People cannot survive without security. So
the two of them, when you talk about, you know, when people run, they run sometimes on past experiences and what they have proved to do. Who has proved to the people of Nigeria that they can take care of security, and why?
Well, we have proved the president, and everyone know that there is lack of performance there. And we shouldn't judge Buhari based on the military era. And in my own opinion, in the military era, he did well. I mean, you have the sense of pride to call yourself a Nigerian. This is a patriot. We need a patriot to rule the nation. We need someone who put the nation first. You know, John F. Kennedy said, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. And this is the person that I know that will fight for Nigeria, protect Nigeria, and make sure that every Nigerian, home and abroad, have that pride that I'm a Nigerian.
And Nigerians are coming very close to making that decision and choosing who really is going to lead them for the next few years. Thanks a lot, Sylvester, for joining us today.
Thank you.
Well, Sylvester Okere is an analyst of Nigerian Issues and is also chairman of the Maryland Nigeria Sister State Executive Committee here in the United States. Well,